time comes, do you mind if I use it? I thought we do.
Secretary will take the roll in the Senate. The members of the House will vote electronically. Madam Secretary.
Senator Alford.
Present.
Senator Alford, present. Senator Baker. Present. Senator Baker, present. Senator Brady.
Present.
Senator Brady, present. Senator Burns.
Present.
Senator Burns, present. Senator Collins.
Present.
Senator Collins, present. Senator Cushing.
Present.
Senator Cushing, present. Senator Seaway.
Present.
Senator Seaway, present. Senator Davis.
Present.
Senator Davis, present. Senator Diamond.
Present.
Senator Diamond, present. Senator Dill.
Present.
Senator Dill, present. Senator
Present.
Senator Senator
Present.
Senator Edson, present. Senator Zadowski.
Present.
Senator Zadowski, present. Senator Bradwick.
Present.
Senator Bradwick, present. Senator Hammer.
Present.
Senator Hammer, present. Senator Haskell.
Present.
Senator Haskell, present. Senator Hill. Present. Senator Hill, present. Senator Johnson.
Present.
Senator Johnson, present. Senator Gates.
Present.
Senator Gates, present. Senator Langley.
Present.
Senator Langley, present. Senator Liddy.
Present.
Senator Liddy, present. Senator Manchester. Present. Senator Manchester, present. Senator Mason.
Present.
Senator Mason, present. Senator Foreman.
Present.
Senator Foreman, present. Senator Gillette. Present. Senator Lang. Present. Senator Fairmont.
Present.
Senator Fairmont, present. Senator Patrick.
Present.
Senator Patrick, present. Senator Rosen. Present. Senator Rosen, present. Senator Saviello.
Present.
Senator Whitmore, present. Senator Willett.
Present.
Senator Willett, present. Senator Woodson.
Present.
Senator Woodson, present. Present. Senate President.
Here.
Senate President Tito.
The members of the House will vote electronically.
Present. Quorum call. Who's there? Down one. Bill's not in.
Have all now voted? The clerk will close the vote and run the total. The secretary will announce the vote.
149 House members present.
The chair declares the quorum present. Nominations are now in order for the office of Secretary of State for the political years 2015 and 2016. The chair recognizes the senator from Cumberland, Senator Haskell.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chairman, I nominate Honorable Matthew Dunlap of Old Town for the office of Secretary of State for the political years 2015 and 2016, and which will speak to my motion.
Senator from Cumberland, Senator Haskell nominates the Honorable Matthew Dunlap of Old Town for the office of Secretary of State for the political years 2015 and 16. The member may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and members of the Joint Caucus. I will be brief. I have a lot of information. But briefly, I want to tell you a little bit about Secretary of State Matt Dunlap. He has an extraordinary educational background. He has an interesting job that he's done in the course of his life. He's been a textile worker, first director of publishing He has relevant experience. He served in the House. He understands what our needs are. He knows how to serve the issues that matter to us. Because he's been here, because he's sat on both sides of that issue, both as the Secretary of State. As Secretary of State, he's been very effective in his 2 terms, been active in the National Association, has held office there, and the convention's coming here, the National Convention. He's Secretary all over the way. He's done so much in the Secretary of State's office. It's been good for us today. The second voter registration, voting overseas, and military voting, in the November storm, the utility workers, that kind of stuff. Those are the kinds of relevant work that he's been doing that matters to us and matters to our constituents. He's very active in kids' issues. He's a founding member of the Maine Youth Fishing Gang, created an essay contest for American history, Native American history and culture, the Medal of Honor Project in the Maine Senate, and you are all familiar with the student mock elections, Day in History Day, 8th grade citizenship movements, and all those kinds of issues which help inform our kids about our history and our government and the value of that. I also want you to know one thing that I know about Secretary Dunlap, and that's his level of integrity. I've watched him for a long time. He is a master of being sure that the law is followed to the letter. It's his stock and trade, and he has made decisions that have been displeasing for both sides of the aisle. And I'll tell you, he has taken no favorites when it comes to the exercise of his duties and his responsibilities. He's been on the kinds of things that speak to his integrity. The Maine whether or not the State Child Welfare Truth and Reconciliation Commission. This is the first in the world where all of the entities have agreed to the process. That's the kind of place where we have that work for us. There's so many other things I could talk about. This man is a man daily with us. He's always in calls and always at the end of any phone call you make to him. This man has the heart of a servant. He truly does. Maybe that's from being a bartender, I don't know. But I honestly believe that his heart is in the service of this state and of this legislature, and I urge you to support him for Secretary. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
The chair recognizes the representative from Bangor, Representative Brown.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I second the nomination of the Honorable Matthew Cole down for Secretary of State, and I wish to speak in my motion.
Amendment may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, women and men of this joint session, I'm pleased to rise this evening to second the nomination of Matthew Cole down to the Secretary of State to continue in that position. For the last 20 years, it's been my delight to come to Secretary Dunlap and watch him in action as he masterfully managed the broad responsibilities of the Maine Secretary of State's office. Secretary Dunlap is a dedicated public servant, and he has been a faithful steward of the important work that he has been entrusted to do. His prior service in this legislature and his multiple terms as Secretary of State have provided him with a significant perspective, which I believe he greatly relies upon as he promotes the important work of his office. Fortunately, as a result of his year's work as Secretary of State, we have a clear understanding of how good and solid a work product Secretary Dunlap can provide. What strikes me most about what Matt has conducted himself as Maine Secretary of State is the respect that he has shown. He has shown respect for the processes that are so important to the functioning of our state, like elections, and making sure that the Bureau of Motor Vehicles was efficient, and his genuine, and I do mean genuine concern for his tangible history that is maintained in the archives. He has also shown respect for the legislature, both the institution and its individual members. He has shown particular attention to the needs that we often approach him with to make sure we can do better for our constituents. And most importantly for our consideration today, he has shown respect for the office that he holds and acting in a manner that is beyond reproach. Now, I would caution you to be careful about entering into a conversation with him about the manner of historical significance to me. A walking encyclopedia of events that is all about. He will talk to your ears off with enthusiasm about those things that are important to our state, and maybe some things that aren't, but he goes anyway to look at. I would suggest that that is just another additional reason why he is the person with a passion, enthusiasm, and dedication to serve this office. I know a personal note that as a gentleman, is kind, is affable, and I've been impressed with his manner as he has always been attentive and responsive to my inquiries. It means a lot, and it speaks to his character. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen of the joint session, I'd ask you to join me in supporting Pat Dunlap of Old Town for the position of Secretary of State. Thank you, Mr. President.
Chair recognizes the Senator from Convenes, Senator Gates.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I nominate the Honorable Jonathan E. Courtney Powell for the office of Secretary of State for the fiscal years 2015 and 2016. And I wish to speak to my motion.
Senator from Convenes, Senator Gates nominates the Honorable Jonathan E. Courtney of Powell for the office of Secretary of State for the political years 2015 and 2016. The member may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, members of the House, members of the Senate, it's an honor to appear before you. My name is Roger Case, and I represent Augusta and 4 surrounding towns in the Maine Senate. In fact, if you look out that window, you can almost see my house. And I'd like to welcome you at the end of the session. I will spend my mileage checks on a 6-pack of Bud Light. We're all welcome. I do rise this evening to nominate my former colleague, my friend, John Courtney, for being his next Secretary of State. Let's get the easy part out of the way first. John's impressive resume, small businessman, real estate developer, 5 terms in this legislature, a distinguished term as the majority leader in the state senate, a lead role in the regulatory fairness and reform committee that helped cut through the burdening so many of our businesses, a lead in ushering through the state pension reform, helping clean up the Maine Turnpike Authority and bring accountability to the Maine State Housing Authority. It's all things that have John Courtney's fingerprint all over them. And John is the father of 4 children and grandfather of 4. But what this resume does not really tell you are the qualities that really define John Courtney is. Those of you who know him know that he's a tireless worker, he's a leader, he's a collaborator, and most importantly, he's a man of integrity. When you think about it, our folks are exactly the same kinds of qualities we're looking for in a Secretary of State. It is an important job. This nomination is no knock whatsoever on the current occupant of the office. But it is a call for time for new perspective, new ideas, and new enthusiasm. Kinds of perspective, ideas, and enthusiasm that John Courtney will bring to the office. When I chose John to the state senate, time and time again, I was talking to do not the easy thing, but the right thing, even when it wasn't always popular. He will run the Secretary of State's office with exactly the kind of integrity and honor. I reach out to Democrats, Republicans, Independents, and Greens alike, and urge you to join with me in voting for John Courtney for Maine's next Secretary of State. Thank you, and thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The chair recognizes the representative from New Boston, Representative Esco.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I second the nomination of Honorable John E. Courtney of Powell for Secretary of State.
Chair recognizes the Senator from Manistee, Senator Mason.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that nomination cease.
Senator from Manistee, Senator Mason, move that nomination cease. This is the pleasure of the convention. Vote. The nominees are Honorable Matthew Dunlap of Old Town and the Honorable Jonathan T. Courtney of Parnell for the office of Secretary of State. The Sergeant at Arms and the Assistant Sergeant at Arms will distribute the ballots. You must be in your seat to receive a ballot. The members of the Senate will vote first. The chair would request by the way of the side aisle. So again, set at the bow, and then we'll stand in front and return to the outside. The chair will appoint a committee to receive, sort, count, and count votes for the office of the Secretary of State for the state made for the political years 2015 and 2016. Is this the pleasure of the convention? To vote. The chair will appoint the following members. Senator from Cumberland, Senator Haskell, Representative Bangor, Representative Fry, the Senator from Kennebec, Senator Case, Representative Lawson, Representative Esling, Senator from Manchog, Senator Mason. Right. Senate constructing ballots, we can begin to bring them to the ballot box.
No, I do it myself. There you go.
Yeah.
So you're going to keep your back row seat. We're trying to figure out who's going to use the seat that you're all going to take. You're all nice,
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, brother? Kind of earned it, haven't you?
Then probably is going. Now you find yourself in certain verses.
Wait 2 years. Turns into players.
But what love? Over the other room? You don't want it? If you don't want to look outside,
We only had 25 seats for 35.
question for I'll be at Shelley's with her.
You got it.
Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah, that'll look good. I go right into the camera.
You're on the ballot.